Okay, just to remind everybody, the library assignment was due today. That is the bring in the book. Also, I wanted you to find an article for the Beast, and that was due today. I'll explain in just a second how to turn that in. Next week, next Tuesday, is the book summary is due. So I will explain that in just a couple of minutes. And then your article summary is due October 2nd. And I'll explain that in just a couple of minutes. So let's go and explain what these things are. Let's see. I want to take you to, if you go to Schoology and click on your CHAD, and if you go into the Beast, all right, we need to upload the article. So I'm going to make your assessment. Just hang on real quick. Uh, all right, if you go into CHAD, go into the Beast. Now there is an upload article here. I'll move that to the top. All right, so I already gave you instructions on how to find an article. You go into JSTOR. It's much easier to do it from home than it is from school. And the students that have come to me that found their article said it's much easier at home. It works super easy. So you are going to upload your article here. It should be a PDF file. So that is the next step of the Beast. All right, now to do um, the book assignment. I have a link on here. It says library book assignment instructions. And so get a book from the library. You've done that. It should be related to your research topic, and you are to follow the classroom instructions on how to get that book. I want you to read only 20 pages. You don't have to read the whole book. Just read 20 pages from the book, and it should be the 20 pages where your artwork is or the era of your artwork is. And so it doesn't have, don't just do the first 20 pages because that's all like introduction and stuff. So skim through the book, find the part of the book that's most relevant to your topic, and read those 20 pages. And as you read, I want you to take notes. And as you take notes on when you read, I want you to take note of what page in the book that these notes are coming from. Then, when you are done reading your book, I want you to write a one-page summary of what you read. Basically, just tell me what you learned from the book. It's not formal, it's very casual. All right. And so it's going to be a font size of 12, double spaced, and either Calibri or Times New Roman font. All right. Now, and I said it's very casual, but we're going to put in a title, footnotes, and a bibliography on this. And I'll show you how that will look. And so include notes of your photos when you turn it in. So at the end of your document, you're going to photograph your notes and copy paste them onto the last couple pages after the bibliography. And then you're going to upload that to Schoology as either a Word file or whatever Google does, like a Google Doc or whatever. All right. What is it in Google? Whatever. All right. All right. So these are the instructions. They're here in Schoology. Then we're going to go back to the Beast, and I have an example. It says book assignment example. Do not go by this for the preview right here. I want you to go and down here and click on book assignment example doc. Click on that. It'll bring up a Word document. And this is how I want it to look. Notice that in the header, you have Reese on one side and the number 1 on the other. If you look at it in the preview, it puts Reese and the 1 on the same side. So this preview messes up with the format of the Word document. So once again, do not go by what's in the display. Go all the way down and use the download the example. All right, so back to the example. You will have the title of your book, and you will write 1 page about what you learned. All right, now I put the footnotes in highlight just to show you where they are, because usually they're hard to find. You do not put your footnotes in highlight. All right, that's just to show you it's an easy place to see them. Here's how you will put a footnote in. You're going to go to references. You're going to go to insert footnote. So I'm going to find where I want to put in a footnote. Let's say this right here. I want to put in a footnote. I'm going to go to references. I'm going to say insert footnote, and it already numbers it, and it already puts it down here for me. All right, so I'm going to undo that. The first time you put a footnote, you use the author's name, the title, the publisher, and date and page number. Every time after that, it's just the author, and I shorten the title and the page number. All right, and then at the end, your bibliography is just the book that you got. All right, now we are using Chicago style. Everything that's in history in college is done Chicago style. You guys are used to, is it APA style or AP style? Or what is the other kind? MLS? MLA. All right, MLA style. All right. In college, in history classes, use Chicago style. This is already set up as Chicago style. You can use this. You can download it and then write your own words on it. What's on here already, it's called lorem ipsum. It's just Latin gibberish. All right. So this doesn't say anything really. And so it just shows you how it's supposed to look. So your paper should look like this, with the title, the header at the top. You're going to write your name instead of my name. So if you download this, you just have to click on my name and then type in your name. You click on this title and highlight it and type in your title. And then you can highlight all of this and then start typing your own stuff. It's already set up for Chicago style. All you have to do is put in your own words. All right. And so what should be footnoted is facts from the book that are not yours. All right. If you're talking about what you learned from the book, that's your own idea. But if you talk about something specific from the author, that needs to get footnoted. And the reason I'm asking you to do footnotes is so that, and I'm going to ask you to do footnotes with everything so that you get used to it. Right. And so by the time you leave this class and you go to another college class and they ask you to write a paper with footnotes, you can say, oh, that's easy. I did that for Mr. Reese. That's the main reason I'm making you guys do footnotes. Right. I'm going to try to do it in a painless way. So at first, I'm doing all this work for you, and so that you can get used to it and you can take the skills you learn in this class and apply them to other college classes. Does that make sense? Does this seem easy? All right. Just read 20 pages, write what you learned from the 20 pages. The other thing that's not on here is you're going to have maybe 2 or 3 extra pages with photos of your artwork added onto this. So this is only a 2-page document. Yours that you turn in will be 3 or 4 or 5 pages, and the page 3, 4, and 5 will be photos of your notes. You're going to upload that to Schoology. Any questions about this? It depends on how many notes you take. And once again, I'm not going to give you a number of notes to take. It's for you. All right. The more notes you take, the easier it is to do things later on, especially if you're writing down the numbers. Because on these footnotes, you're going to have to write what page you got that from. That's why when you're taking notes, you're writing down what page you learned that note on. Right. Does that make sense? My notes for my college classes are filled with the page numbers. Because when I had to go and write about what I read, it was so much easier to go back and find what page I got that from. Are there any other questions about this? All right. Let me introduce you to the article assignment. We're going to go back to the Beast. And I clicked on article assignment September 2023. And so the 23 is the date or the year. All right. And once again, do not go by, these are the instructions. So I don't care if they're out of format. All right. So these are the rules of the article. You should have already found your article. Let's go back to the Beast. Article assignment. Aha. Oh, no. Article example. I need to upload the article. Let's do add file. Go to the Beast. There we go. All right, article summary instructions. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Basically, it's the same thing as before. You're going to use JSTOR to find an article. I've already explained all of that. So use the instructions for that. You are going to read the full article. You're going to take notes as you read it. And it's going to be handwritten. You're going to include page numbers, just like I told you for the book assignment. And you're going to write a 2-page summary of what you read. All right. Font size 12, double spaced. All right. Follow the classroom instructions of what I'm telling you now. And then you're going to use the footnotes, the bibliography, and everything. So include photos of your notes to the document and upload to Schoology. Exactly the same way I just explained for the reading the book. All right. Now, The other thing I want to show you guys is I'm going to have to upload. Let's do this again. What this example is a paper that I wrote after one of the assignments that I had to do in my art history classes in college is I had to read articles on a regular basis. I'm only asking you to read one article this whole semester. I'm asking you to find lots of articles, but you're only going to read one. And it was what I had to do was find an article, read it, and write a summary of it. So this is an example of a summary that I wrote for a class. I'm going to make, and I'm going to upload one that it's going to look like how I want yours to look like. So, but if you want to read what an article summary sounds like, you can read mine. Now, in this article summary, let me explain articles. What an article is basically it's an art historian who has something new to add to art history. So in textbooks, that's all old knowledge. That everything that like textbooks when they come out with a new one, they're adding new knowledge. But that's like the standard knowledge of art history. Venus of Willendorf is a fertility goddess. That's the standard line of Venus of Willendorf. That's what all the art historians agree on. But if you're an art historian and you think you have a different interpretation of Venus of Willendorf, that she's not a fertility goddess, that she's something else, and you have the evidence to back it up, you will write and publish an article. So these articles are usually an art historian that has a different point of view that's saying something different about either an artwork or an art style, and they're giving you proof of why they think that. So when you read the article summary and when you read the article and then write the summary, I want you to tell me not just what the article is about, but what the author is saying, what this art historian is saying. What's his point of view? What is he trying to say? Does that make sense? Right? And what is his proof? That's the article summary. I'll talk more about this, but that's basically these next two assignments for the Beast. One is due next Monday, one is due the following Monday, or next Tuesday. The other one's due the following Monday. All right. So I'm recording all of this. This will be, you can come back to this video and watch it again if you want to hear the instructions again. And I have the examples in Schoology, and it's all there for you. All right.